Hello to my presentation, Curriculum Design Theories in Practice. My name is Ghada Ahmed. I am a chemical engineer with a master's degree in sanitary engineering. Previously, I worked at the universities, but at the last few years, I explored working at schools as a teaching assistant for the age group 5 to 7 years old, where I found more passion and enjoyment. So the curriculum design and its role in the school improvement, it defines what and how students learn, aligning content, teaching, and assessment. It enhances student achievement by ensuring clear, consistent learning goals. It supports teacher planning with structured guidance for instruction. It promotes equity through inclusive and differentiated learning approaches. It improves school performance by identifying learning gaps and measuring progress. And it also encourages innovation by integrating new methods and real world relevance. So we have three theories here for the design: subject-centered design theory, learner-centered design, and the problem-centered design. For the first one, subject-centered design, it focuses more about the academic content and discipline mastery. It proves that its clear structure aligns with the exams and standards. It cons that it's limited student engagement, less real-world relevance. So this one is best when combined with interactive strategies. For the learner-centered design, it focuses more about the student interest, needs, and individual growth. It's pros that it's personalized learning, boosts motivation and inclusivity. It cons that it may lack consistency, hard to scale in large classes. So this one is effective with strong teacher support and balance. So the last one is the problem-centered design theory. So this one focuses more about the real-world problems and interdisciplinary learning. So its pros that it builds critical thinking and real-life application. Its cons is that it's the resource-intensive, complex assessment. Here, this one is powerful for developing the 21st century skills. So the curriculum design theory that I encountered in my previous jobs. So it's more about the subject-centered design. When I worked in the Al Basma British School here in Abu Dhabi, and when I worked in a daycare in New Zealand, and also when I worked as a university teaching assistant in Sudan, in the University of Khartoum and University of Sudan. Just I, experienced the learner-centered design theory when I worked as a multilingual teaching assistant at Ormiston School in Auckland, New Zealand. So each theory has unique advantages and limitations. A blended approach that incorporates the structure of subject-centered design, the flexibility of learner-centered design, and the relevance of problem-centered design can provide a more holistic and effective educational experience. During my work in New Zealand schools, I noticed the curriculum is leaning more towards a learner-centered design theory. For example, the early words program, while in the UAE, the curriculum is mainly focusing on the subject-centered design theory. The early words program that I have been using in New Zealand is an example of a learner-centered design that meets diverse student needs and increase engagement. If I got a chance to play a role in curriculum designing in UAE, I will try to implement a blended approach to ensure structural relevance and inclusivity in teaching and learning. So the leadership styles that and techniques that used to implement different curriculum design theories. From my experience, I found that subject-centered design theory, which is the most used theory, can be implemented easily by instructional leadership style. In some countries, such as in New Zealand, the distributed leadership style or the transformational leadership style are mainly used to implement learner-centered design theory. And here is some programs that I have been using in New Zealand: the Early Bird program and the phonics program, which are introduced by Yolanda Suriel, and also the Learning Village program, which is was very useful to implement the learner-centered design theory. Now, the more models that use critical reflection on the curriculum design practices. Model applications is in curriculum design refer to structured frameworks that guide how curriculum is planned, implemented, and evaluated. The most commonly used models are Taylor's model, rational linear model, and Table's model in inductive model. Taylor's model is common in standards-based education and traditional curriculum planning, subject-centered design theory, while Table's model is flexible and designed based on students' needs, learner-centered design theory. Here we have backward design is a method of designing an educational curriculum by setting goals before choosing instruction methods and forms of assessment. In New Zealand, I had been using this model in designing my foundation topic lessons, where I start with the learning outcomes and then plan and the assessment and the activities accordingly. In Abu Dhabi, I also use this model in planning the phonics sessions, where I set the final goals and then arrange the activities. The role of e-learning in the evolving educational landscape. E-learning is transforming curriculum delivery, increased accessibility. Online platforms break down the geographic and time barriers, enabling anytime, anywhere learning. Flexible and personalized learning. Adaptive technologies allow students to learn at their own pace and path. Rich multimedia content, videos, simulations, and interactive tools enhances understanding and engagement. The real-time feedback, learning, analytics provides immediate insights, allowing educators to tailor instructions dynamically. So my conclusion is to create a meaningful and sustainable improvement in teaching and learning. Educators must adopt a balanced theory-informed approach to curriculum design by combining learning-centered, subject-centered, and problem-based strategies with collaborative leadership and technology integration. Schools can better meet the needs of today's diverse learners. Enabling e-learning is not just an option, it's a catalyst for innovation, equity, and long-term educational transformation. So my recommendation, align curriculum design with school goals, integrate learner-centered practice, emphasize real-world application, foster collaborative curriculum leadership, strengthen instructional leadership, incorporate data-driven decision making. And here are some of the references that I have been using while preparing this presentation. Thank you very much for watching.